read their website correctly. If I'm wrong, I apologize, and I'll retract it and say something in a tweet that would be more accurate. But my understanding is a $150,000 account only affords you to lose up to $4,500, and then $3,000 maximum for a $100,000 funded account, and then $50,000 is you only get to lose $2,000 before they end the show for you. So that's all you have. And while that is a certain measure of being unfortunate in a way, the way it's being presented and packaged, that isn't the end of the road. So here's my son. He's at the cusp of executing on this week. He's going to pay for his funded account to began. My note says it's an express account. So I don't know what that is, but that's what it apparently will become when he pays for it to begin. So whatever he earns from that point on, as long as he has several days of profitability, he can ask for up to 50% of it. We're not interested in 50% because we're going to do all of it, and then we're done. But the idea is he needs to be trading one micro contract. That's all he can afford to trade. But what if you're a better trader? That's all you can afford to trade. Where am I stuttering? In that you get one contract at the micro level. If you only can afford to lose $2,000, that means you're only trading with one singular micro contract. I see all these guys on YouTube. I watch them. Okay. And I love the fact that they have the brass, the moxie to get out there and do that. And sometimes it's very entertaining. Okay. Sometimes it's tragic because they're trying, but they're trying with too much leverage and they don't know how to trade. That really compounds it. So my own son fell victim to that same shit where you don't know how to trade and you're trying to over leverage. That's lottery. That's casino mentality. It's you going in there trying to gamble. So I told him, I said, for every $2,000, right now you only have $2,000 you can work with. So if you make $2,000 more, then you can afford to trade a second micro account, contract rather. So now for someone who doesn't know what a micro is, when we talk about trading in minis, for the S&P E-mini contract, for 1 point, that means it's 4 ticks. And what would that look like? If you were trading 4,500 even, and it went up to 4,501, that's one handle or 4 ticks, or the equivalent of $50 in change of fluctuation from one price at 4,500 to 4,501. That's $50 increment in terms of monetary value, but it's 4 ticks. For NASDAQ, it's usually, we'll just say 15,800 to 15,801. That's one handle or 4 ticks. For a mini, that's $20 in the NASDAQ. So a micro for S&P micro is going to be $5 per point. And you're thinking, what the hell? Well, it's equivalent to the Dow futures. You're just chopping it down from 50 to $5. I can't make money. Man, you can make your whole fucking career income right now trading just one micro. So if I hear any of this shit on Twitter, if I see any goober on YouTube, you're going to have to be showing that you can't make money. Because I'm going to tell you right now, my son's about to do it. He's about to do this very thing with a micro, not even a mini. Okay. He's not even going to do nowhere near what they say they're offering to you. You can trade up to 5 contracts. No. Does that mean you can trade 5 micros? No. $2,000 increments. That's what affords him one more micro. When can he trade a mini? Never. Because when he gets to $10,000, he's asking for all of his money. He's getting the fuck out of Dodge. Some of you already done the math. Okay, he's got 2,000 now. He can trade with 1. And he gets to 2. He can trade 2. No. He's not allowed to trade with 1 mini. He doesn't have the equity to support it. See, all these fucking clowns out there pretending to be gurus and mentors and teachers and this and that thing, they're absolutely gambling. That's why they don't have a large degree of profitable students. Everybody can come out here and have a whole bunch of people with certificates saying they got funded. That doesn't mean dick. How much money are you making? As in spendable money. How much money came out where you can go out and spend it? That's what really matters here. And I'm trying to get your mindset to understand that that part is the goal, not getting a certificate. Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful that you got to that point and you're funded. That's wonderful that you got a payout. But that's just one thing. That doesn't, like, you act like you retired from trading when you did that. And I'm not trying to talk down to you, but I'm making sure you understand. I'm talking to my son. I'm not trying to diminish your appreciation for your efforts. I know some of you have worked very, very hard and you finally got funded and you finally got a withdrawal. And that's wonderful. And I'm proud of you. But that's not it. If that's all you went into this, and many of you think that's all there is to it, that's the visibility point that you have. That's as far down the road you can see is your first payout. That's not a career. That's a one-night stand. Fuck that. You need to have a lifetime expectancy that's beyond your first payout. And truth be told, I guarantee you, none of you really thought about it like that until right now. Think about it. You just got to get a happy ending. You just got to feel good that you've done it. And then you will fall in love with trading. Then I'll really put my efforts in being organized. I just got to sow my oats, ICT. You know how it is. We got to sow our wild oats and get out there and have fun and really make a mess of things. And if we can come out profitable and dodge an STD, and it's wonderful. You know, it's great. Well, you can't have that mindset. You can't have that mindset as a trader. You got to be absolutely disciplined. So I'm forcing that on my son. These are his rules. $2,000. That means he's got one micro. For NASDAQ, that means he's going to make $2 or lose $2 per point or handle. A handle is 4 ticks. 1 point is 4 ticks. I use that term interchangeably. It means the same thing. So he cannot trade another micro until he makes $2,000. Wow, that's a slow haul. Yeah. Finding consistency, finding your way as an entrepreneur, a business-oriented mindset as a trader, it is a slow but steady pace. We're not gambling, okay? We're not out there trying to impress anybody. He is trying to work towards making his ends in this. It takes time. It takes time for you to understand what it is that you're supposed to be believing in yourself, that you don't have to hurry up. You don't have to hurry up. But you do have to outpace that 8.25% in that monthly fee if they go back to their regular charging. If they keep it at, the 70% discount or whatever, it's still a percentage, but you're still paying something, and you have to outperform that and still see growth. So his scaling is this. He's going to shoot for his NASDAQ minis. I'm sorry, micros rather. He's going to look for 20 points risk. That means his stop loss can be 20 points. How much can he lose if his multiplier is $2 per point? $80. Let me ask you something. If you lost $80 in your combine, would it shake you? No. Nope. But you don't think you're trading unless you're watching it go bananas. $700 up and down first minute or two in the trade because you're trading with the maximum lot that allows you. See, you're looking at it for the excitement aspect. You need to be fucking boring. You need it to be boring. When you watch the world, what is it? The poker World Cup. Do you ever see those players on the final table acting like they're on fucking cocaine, all hopped up, Hell no. They're dialed in. They're doing the shit that they know. They're following rules, showing no emotion until the hand's done. And then, yeah, okay, I played that well. I went all in, I got that. But then it's right back to what? Stone-faced, no emotion, play the cards, play the player across the table. That's it. That's the rules. Push it when it's there, dial back and fold it when it's not. Well, here, because he has no fucking control over himself, Dad said, you get to trade one micro contract. Well, guess what that does? If you looked at the math behind trading with one mini, okay, you have the plug pulled on you at $1,000 loss on a $50,000 funded account. So that means they step in, they intervene and say, okay, you've had enough fun for today. It's too much internet for you. And they stop you. That's wonderful. I would say that's actually a good thing because they're going to give you a second chance. Because chances are on the second day that you get allowed to go in there and do it again, you're going to blow the account. Because number one, you're going to be mad. You're going to be impatient because that move that you really should have been a part of the day before when you were not in that direction, but you're going to convince yourself, oh, if I was really trading, if they wouldn't have stopped me, I would have, bullshit. You would have lost your account that day. You don't know how to trade. Most of you have no idea what you're doing, but you're trying to get out there and have a casino moment. And I'm not I'm not building in the allowance for that in Cameron's model. So $80 is what he's trying to make. $80 of $738 a month. That's a nice little bite out of that. What happens if you just made $80 a day? You, the person listening to this that has a rent payment or a mortgage payment or a car note that you knew damn well you shouldn't have bought that car. It was too much money for you to buy it, but you had to impress your friends. If you had $80 3 times a week, what would that do for your finances? See, that's how I teach. I try to be a voice of reason so that we understand, number one, if you can get to that point and be consistent about it and not get juiced up on the emotions or lulled into with greed. Oh man, I saw this guy on YouTube. Oh my goodness, man. He just literally just did $10,000. I got to do that. Ask the guy that did $10,000 to show you the same account for 6 weeks. I'll wager that you're not seeing $10,000 growth on the same account. But you'll receive that because it's enticing. That enticement is a big selling point. Like if I was a piece of shit, I could literally market my ass and do all kinds of shit and make millions of dollars every week. That's not my motive. My motive is to teach people how to do this. And I do it for free. I'm giving you something that you don't have any entitlement to. My son's real approach that he's going to be going in and trade with. He's risking $40 to make 80. For NASDAQ, that's a really simple model. If you look at the silver bullet, which is his model, that's his trading model. I'm not hiding that from you. I'm not hiding it at all. I set up yesterday. If you look at your 1 minute chart, this is the interactive part. If you're not able to look at the charts right now, if you're driving, just know that you can send yourself a tweet or send a tweet to me to make sure that this is what you're looking for. I'm sure somebody else is going to tweet a chart and show you the actual moment. But at 1 p.m. and 56 minutes after, so 1:56 p.m. New York local time yesterday, that very 1 minute fair value gap was the 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. silver bullet. Your entry would have been the 2:41 time, all New York local time. That model was right there. Some of you out there trying to teach my silver bullet on YouTube and other places. I did not say that the fair value gap forms in and only between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. You're trading a fair value gap between the time of 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. You're trading a silver bullet that's traded to between the hour of 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. for the AM session. You're trading a London session silver bullet between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. New York local time. You have 3 fucking chances to do this model. When you get one, you stop, Cameron. Stop. You don't do another one. You don't push it again. You don't try to get more. You stop. If you have a losing trade, you stop. You don't try to get it back that day. You stop. You don't need Top Step to come in and say, well, you lost half your account, because that's what you're doing. You're losing half of your account. And some of you are bitching. It's only $1,000. I got 50,000. You got nothing. You have nothing. You have a facade. You have a fucking illusion that money's not there. But you don't see that you have to be stopped. That is a very good thing. It's a good thing to have that in place. But you're viewing it and seeing it as, this is an obstacle. Well, it fucking is an obstacle if you're trying to trade with 5 minis and you can only afford to lose $1,000. Let me tell you something. I'm fucking inner circle trader. If I'm trading 5 minis and I can only lose $1,000 or have drawdown at that point before I'm stopped out, I have to be really fucking dialed in. And look at this market right now. Look at it. It's funky. It's wonky. It's got all kinds of little fucking shitty, quirky things that's going on in it. You have to be realistic, folks. And if this is all about making money, not dick measuring, this is how you make money. One fucking micro contract. And you can only trade one micro contract in addition to that when you make $2,000. So if you make $2,000 and you make another $2,000 after that, you have made what? You have $6,000 in play. 4,000 of it is realized gain. Now, at that point, you can trade with 3 micro contracts. So now you're trading with $6 per point on NASDAQ. So your scaling is your stop loss. Listen, folks. How many trades could you have avoided being stopped out or being scared from holding anymore if you can afford to use a 20 handle or 20 point stop loss on NASDAQ? And it only takes $40 from you if you're wrong. But you stand to make $80 if you're right. You got 3 silver bullets a day. But I can't trade London. Okay, find one that works. But I can't do, then you have to make changes in your personal life. I can't fix every fucking thing. These are the rules, okay? You have to bend to them. They don't fucking bend to you. That's what a trader is. The trader is a person that follows the rules, and the rules are there to fucking protect them on the long term. If you can't see that, you can't fucking trade.